What up, Fab Fanatics? On it here, back with some more flesh and blood content. Today is the day. Official Crucible of War release. I just got my hands on my first Crucible of War boxes. This video is completely spontaneous. I just decided, why not just throw on the camera and start recording and share my first thoughts and initial impressions about my first couple of boxes I'm opening. So pretty excited. Don't even have any music planned or anything like that. So we're going to crack some packs and leave the tracks later for another video. We do have the winner of the Perch Grappler Challenge to announce, and an honorary mention as well. I will be talking about that in between boxes. So with all that being said, let's just get to cracking some packs. Our first look at Crucible of War. 24 packs. First and foremost, I love the box. Ooh. Obviously the packs are a lot thinner. There's only 10 cards, not 15, so that's a little bit different. I'm all over the place right now. Exciting times. I'm all caffeinated up too at like 7:30 in the evening here on the West Coast. Check out that box. It matches my playmat well, I must say. Pretty cool. The packs are slick. I like that foil, that orange foil, and that honey drop look, that molten metal look. All right, here we go. First pack. Give it a smell. Smells like fresh cards. We're going to take a little bit of time to go through some of these first cards. Rile up. Make sure we got it. There we go. About in the right range. Rile up. Brute action. Emerging dominance. Common. Increase the tension. I love myself some ranger. Next arrow attack gains +3. Defense reactions can't be played from hand this chain link. That's right. So there are 3 commons. 4th common, hit and run, warrior. Next weapon attack this turn gains go again. Swing fist, think later. Brute action, attack. Common as well. Then we get 5th common, consuming volition, rune blade. That is a fantastic piece of art. I can't wait to see that in foil. 6th common is Soulbead Strike, one of the new lines in Ninja. Rushing River, our first rare. Speaking of lines, in combo lines in Ninja. Maruvian Skies, Rune Blade rare. Next Rune Blade attack action card you play this turn gains go again, and if it hits, create a rune chant. Rune Blade definitely needs a go again action. That will be probably a staple in Rune Blade. And foil common, swing fist, think later. So that's that. 10 cards, so 7 commons, and then the 2 slots, and then your foil at the end. All right, once you get going, you're gonna be able to hum through some of these packs or these boxes. Chokeslam, Guardian action common. Attacks for 8, costs 4. Crush, of course. Can't gain attack during the next action. Nice. Flying Kick. If it's played from as chain length 3 or higher, it gains +2. This is one of the Ira cards from the Welcome deck that it is now official to play. Brutal Assault, generic action for 6. All right, Torrent of Tempo, another Ira deck, a Welcome deck card, reprinted. Dorinthia Iron Song, token. That feels a little weird seeing that in the middle of everything, I must say. I got hundreds of those. Another Rile Up, another Consuming Volition, Trip Riot Wire Trap, my Ranger Defense Reaction Trap, my first one, the one I'm probably most interested in, I think. Hit effects don't trigger this chain link unless the attacking hero pays 1 extra. All right. High Speed Impact, rare from Mechanologist. If high-speed impact hits, the next attack you boost this combat chain gains dominate. And common foil, emerging dominance. That's a big hammer. That's a pretty foil. All right. Pack number 3. Combustible Courier. If Combustible Courier hits, the next attack action you boost this combat gains +3. I'm definitely liking the direction of pushing Dash more towards boosting and getting more into aggro and away from the pistol pew pew. We've seen enough of that. Whirling Mist Blossom, another Ira Welcome Deck card, reprint. Ira specialization for Blitz format, which is going to be a thing moving forward. I played some Blitz games with Red Zone Rogue. Shout out to Red Zone Rogue. I'm really enjoying Blitz. Sleep Dart, another ranger. Arrow attack. If Sleep Dart hits a hero, they lose all hero card effects and activated abilities until the end of the next turn. I love everything about how Ranger is about hand disruption and forcing your opponent to have weird plays, weird lines of play. Snapback, wizard action, common. Deal 3 arcane damage to target hero for 1. If you have played another wizard non-attack action card this turn, you may play Snapback as though it were an instant. All right. No experience playing wizard, so I don't have an opinion on that. Blessing of Serenity. Costs 0. The next time you would be dealt attack damage this turn, prevent 2 damage that source would deal. Instant. All right. Hit and run. Already went through that. And then we get into last common, Foreboding Bolts, another wizard action. Deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. Opt 1. That's the blue. Don't think that's really much. Reinforce the line. Cost 0. Target defending attack action card gains +4, and that is an instant. So being able to buff defense reactions now. Target defending attack action card gains +4. No, I had that mistaken then. Maruvian Skies and another Emerging Dominance. All right. 0 for 3 so far. Where's the spiciness? Come on now. Come on. Been digging all the spoilers and loving all the spoilers last couple weeks. Where is the spiciness? Snapback again. Meet and greet. Runeblade action attack. If it hits, create a rune chant token. Costs 1. Attacks for 4. If you have dealt or deal arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, meet and greet gains go again. More go again action for Runeblade. Nice. Whirling Mist Blossom. Went through that. Sutcliffe's research notes. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Create a rune chant token from each Runeblade attack action card revealed this way. Then put those cards on top of your deck in any order. Go again. All right. Emerging Dominance again. Crush the Weak. To have a 7 attack for 3. If it deals 4 or more damage, they can't play attack action cards with 3 or less base attack during their next phase. That's ugly against Ninja. Nebula Blade. All right. Again, that's a common that I have a ton of. That's weird. Cindering Foresight. Rare. Wizard rare. Cost 0. If it's not your turn, you may play Foresight as though it was an instant. All right. That should help smooth things out in Wizard and figure things out. Gambler's Gloves. There we go. First, Majestic. This was widely spoiled and talked about so far of its effect on Brute, of course, and Rhinar specifically, and the Scabskin Leathers. So, yeah, whenever a hero rolls a 6-sided die, you may destroy Gambler's Gloves. If you do, that hero re-rolls the die. I definitely think this will be a sideboard card against Brute. And then we have a foil rare Rockside Trap. The second trap we've pulled. Target attack gets -2 unless the attacking hero pays 1. All right. Pitches for 3, which is cool. That could fuel a really big Ranger turn. Cost 0. There's that. Put the rares there. All right, we'll speed things up and start getting into the back of the cards, you know, the meat of the cards faster. Meet and greet over Blast. Out for Blood. Pathing Helix. That's a pretty sweet looking arrow. Teckle Vision's Workshop, Push Forward, Rousing Ether, then we got Meridian Skies again, Pitfall Trap, there's the third trap, deal 2 damage to the attacking hero unless they pay 1. So we've gotten all 3 traps. And then Salt the Wound, Common Foil, and then that is a Ira Hero Welcome deck card as well. Where are my rares? There's my rares. Cool. There we go. Already 10 minutes in. I need to speed it up. I'll go through the commons now and put those to the side. I'm sure we will all see plenty of the commons. Reinforce the Line, Magnetic Shockwave, Majestic. Rare goes there. The defending hero must defend Magnetic Shockwave with X equipment they control, where X is the number of times you have boosted this combat chain. This is going to get ugly when it comes to breaking equipment and destroying cross wrap and tunics and whatnot. That's going to be a real interesting card. And then Increase the Tension, Common Foil. All right, where are the goodies? A couple of Majestics so far. A Romping Club, again, I don't know about that. I have plenty of those, obviously, because I've been able to open both double Welcome Rathe and Arcane Rising. I mean, I guess it's good for new players that are being able to pick up the new set, but I don't know. Dauntless Rare, Crane Dance, and Promise of Plenty Foil Rare. There we go, 2 foil rares now. Got to be a little more careful opening a 10-card pack. Death Dealer. All right, copper. There we go. First copper token. Dawnblade. That's 3 tokens, or 3 what should be tokens in a row. Weapons, common weapons now. Yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't feel good. Get into our rare. Another Promise Plenty. Stamp Authority for another Majestic. And Foreboding Bolt. Majestics there, rare, common. Yeah, at all, like, I'm liking a lot of what I'm seeing, obviously. Not liking the token thing of all the other tokens I already had. I'll stop harping on that, I guess. High Speed Impact, Meridian Skies, and Chain Lightning. Wow, look at that. Foil Majestic. That is a dope foil. Woo-wee! That's a pull. Very nice. That's some spiciness. Chain Lightning action. Get through the commons. Towering Titan. Crane Dance. And Swing Fist. Think Later common foil. Like I said, I'm definitely most intrigued by Ranger because I've been playing Azalea most, so I'm definitely liking everything that Ranger's getting, and Viserai as well. I played a significant amount with Runeblade, and I think Crane Dance. Sledge of Anvilheim. There's our first rare new equipment piece, and there is a cold foil Centauri Saber, the right one. All right. So a couple equipment pieces right there, back to back. I'm going to have to figure out the new ways of lining things up. So yeah, my 2 classes I'm most interested in are Ranger and Runeblade, and I think they both get quite a bit of new tools to add to the kit. Meridian Skies, Promise of Plenty, and Increase the Tension common foil. Loving everything in all the Runeblade cards that are giving Runeblade more go again action. I think that's where it was lacking. He was lacking previously. Mandible Claw, Blood Sheath Skeleton, Majestic Runeblade equipment piece. There we go. That's a pretty wild piece of art. And Rousing Ether. What was this one again? Everybody's talking about this one being very powerful. Instant Destroy Blood Sheath Skeleton. The next attack action card and non-attack action card you play this turn gain. This card costs 1 less to play for each rune chant you control. Temper. I'm really liking Temper. I think that's an interesting new addition to equipment instead of just Battle Worn. making people decide whether they want to keep it for that last point and instead of just being able to freely defend with Battle Worn. But yeah, that's Bloodsheath Skeleton is going to be an integral part of some wild Runeblade turns here in the new Crew season. That's definitely, I see that being very powerful. Majestic there, rare, common. Oh, just knocked the camera. All right, keep it pushing. Let's get through the commons now. Reaping Blade. Speaking of Rune Blade, the once per turn action, 1 to attack, or attacks for 3. If a hero has more life than any other, they can't gain life. Of course, I pretty much think every Rune Blade deck moving forward is going to have both pieces of equipment in the deck, in all honesty, and it'll be a obviously game time decision based on the heroes that you're going up against, which weapon to go against or go with. Kasai Centauri Sellsword, the new warrior young hero. Your second sword attack each turn costs 1 less. At the beginning of your end phase, if you have attacked 2 or more times with weapons this turn, create a copper token for each weapon attack that hits. All right, that's going to be interesting. The whole money thing, copper, gold, and silver, which we obviously aren't seeing this set, but we'll be seeing in future sets. There's an interesting wrinkle that has been added to game theory and gameplay. Oh, that doesn't go there. That's a rare. Reaping Blade's rare. There we go. Another Pitfall Trap, Towering Titan, and a Cash In foil rare. Speaking of that card, Cash In costs 4, pitches for 2. You may destroy 4 coppers, 2 silvers, or 1 gold you control rather than paying Cash In's cost to draw 2 cards and go again. Again, we can only pay 4 coppers right now, so where do we supposed to get the 2 silvers and gold? That's to be determined in future sets. Bust through the commons. Rock Slide Trap, Centauri Saber, and Towering Titan foil rare. That's got some pretty light blues and pinks in there. That's an awesome piece. Look at that. Nice. Really digging the foiling on the new cards. That Chain Lightning Majestic was on another level. Benji, the Piercing Winds, the new young ninja hero. 17 is his health, which is interesting. Attack action cards you control with 2 or less can't be defended by cards from hand. Once per turn effect, when an attack action card you control hits, your next attack action this turn gains +1. All right, and Cindering Foresight and Meet and Greet common foil. Last third of the box, and then we'll announce the winners of our Perch Grapplers contest and crack open another one. Dauntless, Crane Dance, and another Meet and Greet. Boy, speaking of the Perch Grapplers, I'll kind of start talking about it between packs now. The challenge. Really enjoyed all of the entries. There were some really in-depth entries as you're about to find out. High Speed Impact. Visceratronic Model I. That's the new Mechanologist Majestic piece. Destroy Visceratronic Model I. Whenever you boost this turn, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Arcane Barrier 2. That's going to be interesting to play test and figure out how that works. And Choke Slam common foil. Yeah, so of course I had laid out the details or the kind of the rules around the Perch Grapplers challenge in our spoiler video. Barraging Bighorn, Promise of Plenty, and Bittering Thorns. There were definitely some entries that were really experimental and a lot of theory gone into it. And I said we're in a vacuum, so people definitely took that and ran with it. Then were also Barraging Bighorn again, Rushing River, and a Crane Dance rare foil. Look, I love the pinks and blues in that. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, just to kind of lay out what we did for transparency purposes, we had 8 official entries. appreciate all 8 individuals that took the time to officially submit an entry. And I had then put all entries into a PDF. Some were actually submitted in PDF. And I anonymized them by just attaching to Towering Titan, KO Berserker Runt, the new Brute Hero. 19 health. Whenever you play an attack action card with 6 or more base, roll a 6-sided die. On 1 to 4, have the attack's base rounded down, and 5 and 6, double the attack. That's going to be wild in Blitz. That's going to end up creating some really, really fast or really short Blitz games. And then Out for Blood. So the 8 entries I've just tagged with entry 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I, of course, kept the names associated to each of those entries. And then I submitted all 8 entries to Sasha, and we kind of talked about the rules around things. I kind of gave him some guidelines. Of course, Sasha is well known in the community and has a brilliant fab mind. So I really left it up to him to judge the entries on initial impression, creativity, power, barraging Bighorn, rushing River, and Out for Blood again. Last pack of the first set. So he did not have any idea who submitted them whatsoever. And he returned the responses to me yesterday. And I feel pretty confident and feel very good with the decisions that were made. So Cindering Foresight, Crane Dance, and Rushing River foil. That was our first box. That goes there. So we're looking at there's some rares, Majestics. There we go. We're right on track. We got the cold foil saber. So there's our cold foil. Then we got our six Majestics, which is right where we're supposed to be. And of course, the Chain Lightning was the pull of the box. Beautiful. All right, box 1 down. Put these over here to the side. And as we're opening box 2, so again, the Perch Grapplers Challenge. Thank you very much, everybody, for entering. We did have a winner. The winner of the Perch Grapplers Challenge, according to Sasha, and which I agree upon, is Jake Russell. Congratulations, Jake Russell. Your submission won the Perch Grapplers Challenge. Now, there was, as I discussed with Sasha, there was a second individual who put in a tremendous amount of effort and came up with a really creative submission. And so I'm giving an honorable mention to Sam Griffin. I will be putting together a little bit smaller Ranger kind of pack for you and sending you a little bit smaller Ranger pack. You came in with an honorable mention because of your creativity and effort that you put into your really out there theory. I'll figure out how to best go about maybe putting a PDF with everybody's submissions in there so you can all see what people wrote, and I'll be making that announcement when we're ready to do that on our Facebook page. So I will be reaching out to you, Jake and Sam, here shortly to get your shipping information, and hopefully we pull up Perch Grapplers here, you know, in the next few hours before I post everything to the FaB Foundry website, so that I can send that to you, Jake. All right, getting into box number 2. Dauntless, Reinforce the Line, and Barraging Bighorn foil rare. Look at the purple in that thing. Yeah, I like that. All right, we'll go a little bit quicker through this since we've already kind of hit the commons. We'll stop at anything that piques our interests. Commons are already kind of done. There we go. Data Doll, MK 11. I don't know if that's an 11 or is that supposed to be like Roman numerals. 11 MK. I don't know. That's a good question. The new Mechanologist Young Hero. 20 health, but only 3 intellect, which is interesting. This is the first hero we have with less than 4 intellect. Whenever a Mechanologist item with cost 2 or less is put into your banish zone from your deck, put it into the arena. That's going to be interesting there. First Majestic is Absorption Dome, a Mechanologist card as well. Absorption Dome enters the arena with steam counters on it equal to the number of times you have boosted this turn. If you would be dealt damage, remove that many steam counters from Absorption Dome instead. Then prevent damage equal to the number of steam counters removed that way. When Absorption Dome has no steam counters on it, destroy it. All right. Like I said, they're definitely, LSS is definitely pushing. We'll go right there and there. Pushing Mechanologist down the boost path, which is a good thing, I think. High speed impact, tripwire trap again, and a foil copper. All right. Rares. All right. Have you opened any boxes yet? What have your big pulls been? What cards are you most interested in? Oh, I see a cold foil. In the back, Barraging Bighorn, Dauntless, and a cold foil Reaping Blade. Nice. Pretty, pretty. I'll leave that in the rare pack and just go back through. What cards are you most excited about? What have your pulls, what spicy pulls have you had? Comment in the comments down below. Cindering Foresight, Coax, A Commotion, Majestic. Oh, look at that. Bam! Double Coax action. Non-foil and foil. Look at that. That grog is sloshing around and all nice and foily. Boom, boom. That was a nice pack. Double Coax. I'll take it. I think you know what I'll be putting in the comments as far as my spicy pulls so far. Russian River. Not the brewery, the card. Rushing River. High Speed Impact and Choke Slam. A rare needs to go right there. Yeah, definitely have to be a little more soft with opening these packs instead of ripping on that tab for the 10 packs instead of, or 10 cards instead of the 15. Overblast. Mandible Claw, the right side, so we have one of each now. Unified Decree, Majestic, Warrior, target weapon attack gains +3, and of course Reprise. If the defending hero has defended with the card from hand this chain link, look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack reaction card, you may banish it. If you do, you may play it this combat chain. All right. Interesting stuff. Common foil. All right, initial impressions. I'm loving the foils. They are absolutely beautiful. Zephyr Needle, the new ninja weapon. Rare dagger, one-handed, of course, once per turn action. Cost 1, attack, go again. If Zephyr Needle is defended by a card with defense greater than Needle's power, destroy Needle with that combat chain when the combat chain closes. I need to figure out, it'll probably be in the release notes of how that interacts with defense cards. Crane Dance rare and Overblast. Common foil. All right, about halfway through our second box. As always, we appreciate you following along with Fab Foundry, watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you very much, everybody who has headed over to our website, FaBtcg, and placed orders with us. Been very active filling orders. Means the world to us. It allows us to continue to grow and pursue my passions and interests, which, of course, is full of a lot of flesh and blood lately. Rattle Bones, another Runeblade Majestic. Cost 2, banish target Runeblade attack action card from your graveyard. You may play it this turn. If you have dealt arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, you may play Rattlebones as though it were an instant. All right, so that's some spiciness right there. I like that a lot. Some class-specific kind of remembrance, subtle remembrance action, being able to get cards back from your graveyard and snap back. Yeah, liking that for Runeblade. Bust through these commons, 7 commons, Maruvian Skies, once again, Talishar, the Lost Prince, the first generic weapon in Flesh and Blood. It reads, once per turn action, cost 2, put a rust counter on Talishar the Lost Prince and attack. At the beginning of your end phase, if Talishar the Lost Prince has 3 or more rust counters on it, destroy it. Attacks for 4. That is interesting. Obviously, you're playing this in a deck that is definitely not weapon dependent. Barraging Bighorn, foil rare. My cards are all over the place right now because I'm just trying to focus on what's in front of the camera, in front of my face. Edge of Autumn. Of course, this is the ninja weapon from the Welcome deck. Promise of Plenty. And a look at that. Ira, Crimson Haze, foil. Pretty. All right. Just, yeah. Oh, I don't know about the reprints this early, though. That just feels weird. Cash in for another rare. Gambler's Gloves, Majestic, once again. Gambler's Gloves, we already talked about that earlier. And a foil Rune Chant. There we go. I believe you can only get these in foil in this set, if I'm not mistaken. LSS did a really cool thing on the website. If you go to the card gallery for Crucible of War, they of course have all the cards listed now, and under each card they have a little tab that delineates how you can get the card, whether you get it in obviously regular, cold foil, or rainbow foil, standard, I guess they're calling it, standard card. Rock Slide, Trap, Cindering Foresight, and common foil Sleep Dart. I think that's a nice little addition to things, especially with, the whole unlimited announcement, which has created obviously a lot of craziness in the secondary market right now. Dauntless, Reinforce the Line, and the Techlovosions Workshop. To know what can be cold foil and what can't. So, Pitfall Trap again. Zen State, rare token. This is the new ninja token. Zen State enters the arena with 1 balance counter on it. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Zen State unless you remove a balance counter from it. Whenever your hero would be dealt damage, prevent 1 damage that source would deal. All right. And this is triggered by a couple cards in the new combo line. I think it's the Fine Center combo line. That's going to be interesting to play test with and figure out its power and strength. Pathing Helix is our common foil. Down to the final third of the box. What a wild time to be a Fab player and collector, I must say. Cindering Foresight. It's been a wild week with spoilers and unlimited announcement and price spikes and the FOMO and the hype. Wrestling River and another foil Rune Chant. Really hoping that all calms down. I know everybody's excited about things, and of course the whole FOMO of getting your hands on products. I personally have been thinking a lot about that as being a contributor to the secondary market. Of course, I will not be selling into the hype personally. If you've noticed, if you go to my website, most of my cards, they've maybe adjusted like $1 here or there, depending on demand, but I've kept everything foil rare high speed impact the same, and I probably intend on doing that. I was going to actually make more of a full video about my intentions about that moving forward, of kind of stabilizing the prices, at least on my website, no matter what happens in the market. So Maruvian Skies, Rock Slide Trap, and Rousing Ether. Because I think it's important that, especially with new players coming in, that we keep things reasonable. I think that's really important. That's driving a lot of the decision making behind what I'm doing with Fab Foundry. So, Dauntless, Massacre, Majestic, the new Brute Majestic, cost 3, pitches for 1. If you have discarded a card with 6 or more attack this turn, Massacre gains +2 and Intimidate. If Massacre is discarded to play the cost of a Brute attack action card, Intimidate. That is nice, because I think that discarded to pay the cost. Yeah, so that, I believe, could trigger double Intimidate, if I'm not mistaken. The Intimidate off of the card, and then Intimidate off of Reiner for discarding So yeah, that's a pretty powerful Majestic. Oh, that's not going into commons. And Rushing River common foil, or rare foil. Let's go back to that. Ooh, that's pretty. Bing, bing. Very nice. I'm loving everything about these foils right now. Just, they're popping off of the GoPro. So yes, I'm preaching patience with the current state of things. Obviously, it's a perfect storm that has hit with the pandemic and this being a new and exciting game, and LSS being a small team. Rushing River, high speed impact, and increase the tension. Final 2 packs. This video has kind of been all over the place. That wasn't my intention, but I guess that's what happens when you kind of just wing it. Crane Dance, Dauntless, Spoils of War, Majestic. Very nice. Is this was the second? Yeah, this is our second Majestic foil in the box. Spoils of War. It's a warrior action. Your next weapon attack this turn gains +2 and go again. When a weapon you control hits this turn, create 2 copper tokens. Go again. Cost 1. And loving the shiny horse and how the armor got that orange kind of orange Fab Foundry orange is what I'm calling that. Double foil Majestic box. That's I mean, obviously because the super rares are gone, I can't recall in all of my Welcome to Rathe and Rising openings of having a double Majestic foil box. So I think this is a first. All right, Reinforce the Line, Cindering Foresight, and another Rushing River. Final 2 packs. Go, whoa, knocked the camera again in excitement and finalizing the final 2 packs. Barraging Bighorn, Rune Blood Barrier for another Majestic. This is cost 3, pitches for 2, create 4 rune chants. If your hero would be dealt damage, instead destroy that many rune chants you control and prevent 1 damage that source would deal for each rune chant destroyed this way. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Rune Blood Barrier. It's an aura. All right, so I guess this would be one of those cards you would ideally play on your off turn. So instead of like, you know, having a rune blade turn where you just like read the runes for, you know, making 3 runes and passing, I guess at least you can play this and create 4 rune chants and have an enchanting melody focused like class specific card out on the board, so that you could then block some of that damage your next turn and gear up for a bigger attack the next turn. I'm liking that a lot. And Soulbead Strike. Final pack. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Always, like I said before, appreciate the support. This has been fun, wild experience. Excited to get some more boxes open and get cards listed to the website, hopefully tonight, first thing tomorrow morning. Promise plenty, Reinforce the Line, and Chokeslam common foil. So let's go back through here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa! So we just had a double checking here. We just had a 9 Majestic box. So 9 Majestics. We had that double Majestic pack. So 1 Spoils of War, which is foil, Coax of Commotion foil, double foil Majestic box, Gambler's Gloves, Rattlebones, Unified Decree, another like other Coax, and Absorption Zones. Yes, so there you go, folks. I guess that's some spiciness. I mean, it's not legendary and it's not the Arknight Shard, but yeah, a 9 Majestic box. I think that's a good start. Thank you very much for watching, and keep tuned in and excited. We'll see you again soon. Take care.